all things being equal, all BenTech companies know that a better user experience for plan members, employers, and brokers is important. However, it's not always easy to justify. So how can a BenTech company measure the impact of an investment in redesigning their product or their platform to justify that expense to executive stakeholders?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's one that it's where you start always when you're working through even the ideation of a redesign. And that's really the first question that the person who's responsible for that redesign is going to get asked. There's multiple ways. I mean, obviously sales kind of trumps everything. So, looking at your sales, looking at potential losses and doing a postmortem to determine why and finding out it's because of your UX or UI. The customer service reduction that can result from a really great enrollment experience is another thing that can be measured, and it's very meaningful to those platforms that are supporting them. Broker adoption is huge. When you're working with a broker, you have the opportunity to be one-to-many. And so if you've got a broker who believes in your technology, believes in your process, and knows that there's a return on that investment, they're going to be one of your best advocates. And they'll recommend your platform with great amounts of trust. And that's really, really important because that's obviously going to feed your sales pipeline. The other piece of it is that these platforms are connecting with carriers and being easy to work with and having the right tech stack, let's say, to be able to create the integrations necessary in the least painful way is really important, because for carriers, they have hundreds of Ben admin platforms that they have to or desire to connect with, but they usually choose a few that are kind of preferred partners. And those preferred partners are the ones that have their act together when it comes to the integration from the carrier standpoint. The enrollment conversion is another really big piece because that's where the carriers are looking to see where's our return on our investment. Because we're obviously paying to integrate with these platforms, or paying technology fees. What are we getting back for it? Are we getting the response that we were hoping for? And are we confident and comfortable that the employee, the end user, who's really the judge of all of this, right, that they're understanding the full value of a customized benefits package? And that's it. It's kind of a start from there and work your way back, because the employee, if they have a great experience, they probably won't say a whole lot. If they have a bad experience, they're going to say a lot. And they're going to go to their HR, and HR is going to go to the broker, and the broker is going to go to the carrier or the platform. And it kind of flows uphill. And to minimize that noise with a really great redesign and user experience, that is absolutely measurable.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. It's clear how deep your experience is in this area. I'm curious, do you see any differences between more of the mandatory products, the health and dental, for example, versus the auxiliary products that are often included at the end of an enrollment experience in terms of the way you might justify the redesign investment?
That's an interesting question, because it has a lot to do with the order of the benefits as they're offered. And, you can have a little bit of choice fatigue by the time you get to the 8th, 9th, 10th benefit, either electing or waiving. And so simplifying that process first and foremost, making it so that they aren't re-entering the same information over and over. Those things are very, very helpful for them to get through it more quickly. With those core type products, you're generally having an employer contribution. So it's really more of a decision, which one do I want, unless I already know I don't want it. I'm on my spouse's plan. I don't need that coverage. So where it really starts to be important, well, I shouldn't say that those aren't important, because obviously they are important, but where the experience really starts to show its worth is in those voluntary products. Because have you surfaced the right information up front, easily accessible, with the right decision support tools to be able to help people to easily make a decision? Because if I have to go through 15 questions to be lumped into a single persona and there's only 6 total, I don't feel like you know me. I don't feel like you know what my needs are. And I don't feel like, I'll get frustrated with that. And that's where you'll have a lot of leakage if you have a bad experience. So I would say it's more important on the voluntary side when it's employee dollars and you only have a minimum share of wallet.